can you see it works, but it's not like yeah, I don't know what pata was supposed to mean, but hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is India. I run British Beauty by India here on YouTube. So if you have followed me thus far, you know we were always going to get to this point, okay? The side effects of using prescription skincare for acne, or just in general prescription skincare before you're like, another makeup tutorial. Super oversaturated content, I appreciate that. However, we are now dealing with very, very different skin, okay? We've got quite a lot of things going on. Am I right or am I right? So today's video, I wanted to not teach you something new, but go through very, very simple, very, very important techniques that we can all use and learn from, because let's be real, we're all wearing makeup, okay? We do. We now need to slightly change some things so our makeup looks good on our skin. I thought I would sit down today because it's so easy to get complacent with your makeup. You sit down and you do it because your skin is your skin and it's been there for like God only knows how many years. But now it's slightly changing, and it's changing pretty rapidly, and you are going to have to adjust your routine accordingly, because all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, I can't use this foundation anymore because it's so heavy and it's so drying that my skin looks like it's going to peel off in sheets, because that's how drying that foundation is. That's what I mean. I have not said that twice now in two different ways. So before I go on to show you this, there's a couple of things that I'm going to say prior. Very important things, but they're probably a little bit less interesting than talking about makeup. So I think it's very important for you to know the most common skin stages that you will probably most likely go through when you're kind of undertaking this kind of treatment. Now, the reason I think it's very important for you to know is because then you can look out for it and you can obviously look after your skin accordingly. So the most common stages are peeling, we know that, irritation alongside / sensitivity. Dehydrated skin, instead of it like being really dry patches, dehydrated skin can come up and look like orange peel skin. It sounds awful, but it's very, very real. Oily skin, another stage obviously, and then you have your really, really dry skin, i.e. super texturized dry skin. Now, it's possible to see these stages happen simultaneously, and it's also possible not to see some of these stages. I will sit here and guarantee that you will see at least one, for real, okay? When I say simultaneously, for example, I currently have no sensitivity. I did have sensitivity a couple of days ago, so I gave myself a break from my treatment and treated it accordingly, because it was just getting to that uncomfortable stage of sensitivity, so I had to shut that down. I have peeling on my chin and around my nose, which is my fault because the product migrated to around my nose, which you should not get it there, but it happens. It's very real. So there is slight peeling going on, but nothing crazy. You'll probably see it better when I show you my skincare, but sorry, without makeup on, I got quite serious irritation. Like, there's just a splotch on my neck. Now, I'm not entirely sure how that happened. It's probably product migrated, but it is just a splotch, so it might just be me with it on my fingers touching completely unconsciously. This kind of weird stuff does happen, so we're treating that. And the most obvious, okay, stage that I'm at is the orange peel skin. Now, I've had this before and it's gone away, so do not get scared, okay? This is temporary, it's not really a thing. It's just that my skin is very, very, very dehydrated. Therefore, you can see my pores a lot. Obviously, I'm wearing full face makeup, but you'll see it later on in the video. Therefore, my skin is actually also in those areas more oily than normal. That's what I mean when I say simultaneously. I feel like people are like, okay, peeling, fine. Irritation, yep, fine. That's, you know, it's all part of the package. But orange peel skin, I think, is something that is less spoken about. It's not one of the main things that I see pop up when you simply Google side effects from using prescription strength products. But it is very, very, very common, and it is very, very normal. But do not panic. It is simply dehydrated skin. You just have to moisturize, 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 and moisturize, okay? And it does get better, obviously. It is all about moisturization, layering of products, moisturizer, oil, slugging, I don't know, hyaluronic acid, moisturizing toners, like just pack it on. That's my point. That's why we're here today, because I want to focus today's tutorial specifically, obviously, for this stage that I'm at. Okay, we've got some oiliness, okay, we've got some dry patches, we've got some peeling, we've got some irritation. So I feel like I'm hitting a lot of the stages that you're going to see without a doubt. Obviously, I'm going to use one kind of option of makeup, but throughout today's video, I will talk about other options. But everyone has a type of foundation that they like. Now, when it comes to things like this, you may very well find yourself not being able to use that certain type of foundation anymore. Your skin, it's not that your skin's not going to go back to it, because 100% it will, but you may find that you actually have to swap out a foundation or swap out a primer because your skin's just gone to the opposite ends. Okay, you've had oily skin since now forever, so all your products in your arsenal are all surrounding oil control. Now all of a sudden you're on treatment, boom, your face is peeling off in sheets. That's super extreme, sorry, but you get my gist. I'm just getting a little bit. The most important piece of advice that I can give you at this point when you're seeing such different changes going on is treat your skin accordingly. Whether it's skincare or makeup, treat your skin accordingly. Do not assume that whatever you were doing prior to this treatment is going to continue, because I'm telling you, probably won't. It is truly the prepping of the skin that is more important than anything. Any makeup artist will tell you that anyway, so it's very, very standard practice. But I think with this, you have to go the extra mile. Now, everything that I go on to mention, anything that I go on to show you, will be listed in the description box down below. Now, first off, obviously because I spoke about skincare, I'm gonna scoot here and I'm gonna play a little video while we talk about skincare. I do use prescription products daily. However, today I'm not using any because, as like I said, sensitivity, I'm trying to nip that in the bud as much as I can. But today I am focusing purely on moisturizing products, okay, which sometimes feels a wee bit weird because you're like, I've got oily skin and whatever, but currently my skin is producing more oil because it is dehydrated, and I keep it under control with moisturizer, okay, not oil control as in drying out, because all I'm going to do is tell my skin, okay, I'm not moisturizing you well, so you have to do it on your own. You really don't want to do that. So everything is moisture. My oil cleanser to my toner to my serums, everything. This is the most fundamental part, because if you do not prep your skin at this stage, your makeup is going to look like crap. Like, there's no two ways about it. I'm not trying to be polite here. It's going to look like crap. It just is. What can I say? Now onto the makeup. So I am going to obviously show you footage of what I basically did earlier. Right, let's get going. So obviously primers are probably one of your most important steps. As I speak, I'm going to put some of my favourite primers on the screen here. I like to mix and match. I love to try new things. I have quite a lot of favourites. However, so this is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I mean, honestly, this is just divine. It works with everything I've ever put it up against, okay? And it's like, yes, come here. I love you. We can work in harmony. And it truly does. Time is precious, okay? I understand that. However, it's very, very important when you're dealing with tricky skin. You give your product time to settle in. Like, really, it is just... Now, this is one of my favourite new finds, especially for this kind of situation. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray. It lasts all day. It keeps everything in place. It's like a barrier against the world. It's brilliant. There's not any mattifying effects, there's not any glowing effects, it's just like a pure invisible shield, and I'm here for that. I love it. Now, what I actually really like to do is I put on obviously all my skincare, and I put on one of my favourite base, and then I actually spray this on top, and it's like it activates the primer to make it even more tackier, yet I feel like there's just a film, okay, that is now in place that's separating my makeup and my skincare underneath. This may just be for my head. The finishing is beautiful, so something's working, okay, something's working. And it smells like roses. Now, this is the reason why I like to cause a shield, because obviously because of the current situation of my skin, orange peel skin, I like to put on a pore filling primer, okay? So again, as I speak, there'll be pictures of my favorites. I mean, I've loved this for a while, and I just really, really love the finish, because I find with some pore filling primers, they're very drying on the skin. And I feel like this one is, obviously it's not super moisturizing, but it's a really beautiful balance between you're getting the effect that you want, but your skin is not paying for it by basically dehydrating throughout the day. Do you get me? Anyway, okay. This is bottle is really disgusting, but anyway, this is the Rodial Instant Filler Primer to visibly fill and blur lines and pores. Focus on the problem areas more so than your entire face. My pores are just so huge at the moment, and it was super cliche. Here, 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 and here. Like, it's so cliche. Can you see it works? But it's not like like, yeah. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but I'm gonna let that settle nicely. Okay, onto the actual makeup. So at the moment, my favourite go-to foundation is this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation. Now, let's bear this in mind. This is a medium cover foundation. I appreciate that they say it's buildable. However, I'm not a fan of building it. I'm a fan of using it and then spot correcting. That's what we're going to do here today, because I feel like when your kind of skin's going through it, personally, I don't like to put a lot of makeup on. Anyway, as we talk, as always, I'm going to show you some of my favourite foundations for this period. What I've realised with this foundation is it works better with a brush. So I'm just going to literally use a flat kabuki brush. And then I like to just kind of very gently go over it with a beauty blender. The finish is just, I mean, look at that glow. I just I'm going to put my concealer on, and like as we go, I'm going to blend it all out nicely. So obviously my concealer, I'm not even going to give you any options for any other concealer because I just don't do any other concealer than the, let me find it. Obviously it is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. It's just everything, 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 everything. Okay, I'm sorry, thank you, goodbye. Get this under eye going, because oh my god, this just covers pores like they're just gone. Like, it's magical. Now I do use this concealer as well to spot conceal, purely because it's just the best of the best. I actually don't have active breakouts at the moment. Like, I literally don't have any active breakouts, so super excited about that. However, I have been left with a load of dark spots, and that is 100% my fault because I pick my skin. I have such an issue with picking skin. I know I've spoken to you about it a lot, but well, now you're seeing basically the utter devastation of such an issue. I'll blend that out really nicely for you, and then you can see the final results. Alright, so that is that. How beautiful is that? I mean, honestly. Now, depending on obviously the severity of how dry your skin is, leave it. I would always say, obviously, if you're going to go on and do more makeup, obviously set your eyes so your mascara doesn't transfer and whatnot. However, like, I'm telling you, in the severest dry stages that I was at previously, this with all that loveliness underneath and then just a really good setting spray over the top will do you just fine. However, obviously I'm not there yet, so I'm going to go on and use some setting powder. My favourite powder is the Charlotte Tilbury. I just think, yeah, I mean, there's just really no contest. She did it, she's got it, that is it. I am going to set my face, especially in the middle. Again, those pores are almost, like, literally by now with that invisible. I like to go in with a beauty blender to do it because I just feel like, I mean, the finish is just freaking insane. So yeah, I'm literally just going to hit those bits. Now, basically what's left on my sponge, I will just go and do like the rest of my face because I do like to set pretty much all of it. And there you have it. That is the base. Obviously, I'm not going to go on and show you and like the rest of my makeup, but I wanted to show you exactly how to pack everything on. And it's very important for you, 100%, like I said earlier, very important for you to choose your products accordingly. But I think that routine is a very, very good one when it comes to prepping, getting all down and just creating a really indestructible yet soothing protective base, because that is purely what you need. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up and then we will talk again. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate it's a little bit different. I really wish we could go back to somehow enjoying makeup tutorials, but I just don't know how that's gonna happen. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up, and you also know that you want to subscribe. I know you do if you haven't already. If you'd like, you can come and find me on Instagram. I'm very active over there. But not only that, that is where I update you guys on all my future uploads. So if you don't want to miss anything. Now, if you have any questions about anything you've seen here in today's video or about any of the products, please just comment down below. I'm always more than happy to answer you guys. But that really is it from me today. I hope you guys, wherever you are in the world, you guys are managing. As always, I'm sending you all of the love in the world to you. This is really creepy. I'm sorry. I had too much coffee. Alright, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.